Hello everyone, this is Sivagami from SNS College of Engineering. As I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Information Technology, here we're going to learn about exception handling in Java programming language. Students, in the basic concepts of exception handlings are I already uploaded in another video. Kindly check that video. Then here we going to learn about exception types. All exception types are subclasses of the built-in class thrownable. Java.lang.thrownable semicolon. Thrownable has two subclasses: exception, errors. Exception, exceptional condition that a user program should catch. There is an important subclass of exception called runtime exception. There is an important subclass of exception called runtime exception. Exceptions of the type are automatically defined for the programmers that you write and include things such as division by zero and invalid array indexing. Then another one is error. Exception that are not expected to be catched under normal circumstance by your program. Exception of type are used by the Java runtime system in indicate error handling runtime environment itself. Stack Overflow is an example of such an errors. Here I give a flowchart for the exception handling, exceptions and error, thrownable, exception and errors, and then check the exceptions here. IOE exceptions, IO exception, SQL exceptions, and then the class not found exceptions or occurs. Okay, then the uncheck exceptions or automatic exceptions, multi-pointer exception, then index over bound exceptions, array index outbound exception, showing index outbound exceptions, and then the types of errors. One is the out of memory error, then what machine error, then virtual machine error, then the stack overflow error. Exception handling types. Unchecked exception. What is mean by unchecked exception? They are not checked at a compile time but at a runtime. What is unchecked exception? What is mean by unchecked exception? They are not checked at a compile time but at the runtime. Okay, for example, arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, array index out of bound exceptions, exception under error class, etc. Okay, checked examples. Checked exceptions, they are checked at the compile time. For example, IOE exception, interrupted exception, etc. Then uncatch exception, public class exe. Okay, public static void main string or it is the main function for the Java programming. Here I declare the two variables int d equal to 0 and d equal to 42 divided by 3 d. Okay, here d equal to 0 is the I have initialized the value for d is 0 and I have initialized the value for a is 42 divided by d. Okay, then in this example we have not supplied any exception handlers of our own, so the exception is catched by the default handle provided by the Java runtime system. An exception that is not catched by your program will ultimately be processed by the default. Here is the exception generated by the example is executed. What if I want to handle exception by myself manually using try and catch? Okay, manually handle exception, it has two benefits. First, it allows you to fix the error. Then second, it prevents the program from automatically terminating. To guard against and handle a runtime error, simple enclose the code that you want to monitor inside a try block. Immediately follow the try block, include a catch clause that specify the exception wise to each. Here I give a example program for the exception handling. Here I give a value for d, but divided by a equal to 42 divided by 3 d, anything by 0 is displayed as the arithmetic exception. Here give a example program for the exception handling multiple catch. Okay. Thank you everyone.